Okay, everybody, welcome to the course. This is Journalism 4500, Journalism, Law, and Ethics. It's a required course for people who are majoring in journalism and public relations. It's also a required or elective course in some other programs that we have here on campus, so wherever you're coming from, welcome. My name is Jim Faust. I've actually been teaching at Bowling Green State University since 1994, and I teach in the Journalism and Public Relations Department. My background is actually in video production. I used to work in corporate video, and then I worked at a television station doing news videography and editing and a little bit of producing and stuff like that. So my background is video. However, since the time that I came to BGSU, I've sort of been also a technology person, and so I've been, I think it's fair to say, driving the department's efforts in moving into online journalism and other kinds of high-tech areas as well. So that's more or less my story. I've been here quite a long time. This is actually probably getting close to my 10th time teaching this course online. I have taught it a lot of times since I've been here, and started teaching it online several years ago. And as I said, I think I'm probably getting close to being 10 years of doing this now online. So one of the things you'll notice, I'll just point out before I forget, is I'm sort of constantly in a sort of cycle of updating videos and other kinds of content for the course. So you're going to see some videos that are older, where you'll see me looking a little bit different. I won't look as old. I'll have more hair, less gray, no glasses maybe. I just generally won't be quite as old and crotchety as I am now. So you'll kind of see that from time to time as we go through the semester. So this is an online course. I have mixed emotions about online courses, I have to say. It is kind of nice to be able to essentially teach the course from just here in my house, which I'm doing now. But having said that, there's a lot of stuff that gets lost in not having classroom contact as well. One of the things is it's not quite as easy to engage people in the topics as I would like to. So that's a little bit of the downside of it, and once again, I don't know where you're coming from specifically, like how many online courses you've had. This might be a new thing for you as well. One of the things, though, that I can definitely tell you about this course is you will need to be self-motivated. It is an online course, but it does have a structure. And that structure is going to require you to do certain things every week. So for example, you are going to have to every week take a quiz and put up some discussion board posts, which are talked about in another video, and do some other stuff throughout the week. So again, it's an online course, but it isn't really an online course where you could just wait until the final 2 weeks of the semester and just do everything and get it done, because it doesn't work that way. You basically have to be engaged in the course and putting time into the course every single week here for the next 6 weeks. So you won't really be able to work ahead or work behind. You're more or less going to have to kind of stay at the pace and at the level that we have it worked out in the class. One of the other tips that I would give you is to actually read the book before you watch any of my presentations about the book. Ideally, read the book and highlight stuff, take notes, ask questions in the margin to yourself if you have to. But that will kind of prepare you for the videos and the presentations. Also, I highly recommend, as you're watching the presentations, that you physically take notes with pencil and paper. And I'm going to put a link up to, there have been several studies over the past couple of years, and one of them just came out recently, just talking about how much better students learn if they actually take notes by hand with a pencil or pen and paper. And I have kind of run into this my own self. forget that little bit of language there. But I have run into this myself, where I find that if I go to a presentation or something, and if I try to type notes on the keyboard or the computer, you know, I'm sort of like more or less trying to capture video quotes. And if I take notes, it kind of forces you to actually put stuff into your own words before you write it down. So again, take notes. I highly recommend that you take notes. You are going to have to take some time for this course. The summer is short and everything gets compressed. We end up going through about 2 to 4 modules, which are basically parts of the course per week. Under a normal 15-week semester, we'd only be doing 1 or 2 a week. So again, everything's going to be moving fast, and the basic structure of the course is for each topic, there will tend to be a presentation, which is sort of like a glorified PowerPoint presentation. There might be some extra videos, there might be some links, there might be some readings, you know, there might be some other stuff scattered around, but sort of the bulk, the body of the course is going to be presentations that I have put together. And then one of the other big things that I mentioned, and that there's a separate video on, is there's also this idea of contributing to the discussion. And so each week you're going to have some prompts that are basically going to ask you to write about stuff that we're discussing that week. And you need to make substantive contributions to that exercise. And so when I say substantive, I'm basically talking about, you know, stuff that you wouldn't have known before you read the book and before you watched the modules. So rather than contributing just sort of general knowledge to the discussion, what I'm really looking for and what really makes a good grade in a discussion post is actually doing substantive content that, again, speaks to, you know, what you're learning in this class. So looking at the syllabus too, you also see, as I mentioned, there is going to be a quiz each week. There's a final exam which is written, which I will basically provide to you near the end of the semester, and then you will basically answer the questions in an open book format and then hand that back in to me. We also have a legal research exercise where you're actually going to go out and, well, I shouldn't say go out because you actually don't have to. You can actually do it from the comfort of your home or dorm room or wherever you happen to be living. But there is going to be a legal research exercise. Depending on if you guys want it, we can also do chat or study sessions. And, you know, again, just as the semester goes on, you know, there might be something that happens in the news that we'll pick up on and talk about. So that's more or less the overview of the course. As I said, you know, check out the syllabus in a bit more detail. If you have any questions, please ask. I would ask you to, unless it's something personal that sort of deals just with you, I would rather than sending me an email, if you could actually just post the question on one of the discussion board areas. You'll see there's an area there for general course questions and comments. That way, if other people are having the same sort of issue, you can get the answer there as well. And then finally, just sort of be on the lookout for our cats. I have currently 2 cats. One of them is named Frida, and she's kind of a gray tabby. The newest cat is Dexter, who's an orange tabby. And then you might even see the late, great Buster, who was a black cat. And let me see if I can get Dexter over here. Dexter! Kitty, kitty, kitty! Are you around, Dexter? People want to see you. Come here, Dexter. Come here. Come here. Look at that. Come on up. Come here. Come here, Dex. People want to see you. Look at this. Look at this kitty. Look at him. Oh, look at him. That's Dexter. All right, that's Dexter the cat. You might see him from time to time in videos, even with me not forcing him to be there. So, okay, that's it. That's the introductory video. Next up, take a look at the video about the discussion boards.